Somebody give me my theme music. Yeah, welcome to On and Off the Field Sports Podcasting with a purpose. I got my on the field coach.
Rest assured, this is your boy, Coach Boston, a.k.a. Steeler Nation, a.k.a. Draft Habit, a.k.a. Here we go, Steelers, here we go.
Here we go, and it's your boy, Mr. You Better Live Your Off the Field Coach, your life coach, the a.k.a. Mr. Football Know-It-All, a.k.a. Mr. Coach. We back. Welcome to another episode of On and Off the Field. We in the building. What up, Coach?
What up, what up? What it do?
Episode 3.
Episode 3, Life After the Draft.
I like it.
Life After the Draft.
Let's get into it, bro. Wow, a lot to happen, man. A lot to happen.
I love it. Weekend to be a sports fan.
Episode 3, Life After the Draft. I like that. So look, let's get this started, man.
Let's do it.
So the draft last Thursday, right? Started?
Yep.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
All right. And let's get our thoughts on this draft, bro. So my thoughts on the draft. Well, everybody had their mocks. People been doing mock drafts since what? When the mock started? Right after the season.
Right after the season started.
Mock draft. Everybody got it.
After the season started, everybody had a mock draft every other week.
But the big thing was quarterbacks, and we'll get into that. With the so, what's your favorite team draft review? Let's.
So I'm a Steelers fan,
right?
So I'm real happy.
So how'd y'all do?
I think we did well. We had an A+ grade by Mel Kiper, so whatever that means, you know.
And
Kiper knows his stuff.
I like Kiper.
For the better part of all the columnists and journalists seem to have picked that Steelers had a really good draft.
Right.
We got some really good players.
So as far as at the quarterback position, we know what happened. You got Justin Fields
and Russell Wilson.
So do you think they built? Here's the question I need to ask you. So in them building, do you think they built for one particular quarterback, or just whichever quarterback is going to be the one to play?
Whichever quarterback is going to be the one to play. We got a center, and he's solid. We got a top offensive rated tackle in the draft, so he's solid.
Do you think they have to play in different for Russell Wilson quarterback on the fields?
I don't think so.
Or you just build the same structure?
Yeah, it's the Steelers line. So
it's going to be the Steelers, yeah. Right. The Steelers going to be the Steelers.
Physical smash mouth football.
Who they got for running back?
Who, the Steelers?
Yes.
Oh, your boy, Najee Harris.
From Alabama, Najee Harris. Right.
And Jaylen Warren. Jaylen Warren, though, is the one.
Where did he come from?
I believe Indiana, Purdue University, or something like that. Jaylen Warren, yeah.
So you mean to tell me he's going to be a better prospect than...
He played as good as Najee Harris last year. He was a 1-2 punch.
Najee a beast, bro.
Jaylen Warren was the one, though. He the one that sparked us a lot of times on offense.
Really?
Yeah. Surprisingly, because you think Najee Harris, he would be the guy.
You would think so.
But Jaylen Warren was the one who came on strong. Yeah. Then Najee brought it back. So they were both, then they end up being a 1-2 punch.
So you think they can work together?
Absolutely.
Is Najee bigger than him?
Yes. Jaylen Warren is small.
So he's like a crotch rocket back.
Yes.
Okay, Najee gonna run between the tackles.
Yes.
And Warren will take the jet sweep type, whatever.
Exactly.
He can do the read option with the Fields or...
Oh, man.
Oh my goodness, that would be dangerous.
Jaylen Warren was tough. You need to check him out. He's tough. He had a good year.
All right, so Penix to the Falcons. I got a few... Let me say this. The question stands is why, one, did Atlanta do what they did with
Cousins?
You
paid him all that money.
2, was it smart?
I don't think so. You look at it two ways. And if you look at it this way, you say, well, why'd you do this in the first place? If you're saying that Kirk Cousins isn't going to come back from the Achilles tear, because he tore his Achilles.
And people not acting like that he didn't do that.
And he was unathletic already.
And then Aaron Rodgers just had an Achilles tear.
Correct. So at that age, it's not guaranteed that he's going to come back. So then the question remains, well, why did you pay him all that money? And then you say, well, why draft Penix? Well, if you don't think he's going to be there, you got to have the best available option. And Penix, I think, is a good quarterback. But you didn't do Cousins any service by giving him any weapons either.
Okay, I agree with what you're saying, but they shouldn't have given Cousins that much money. That's all I'm saying. They should have held back some. Don't do that. What do you got? 180? Total 180.
A lot of money.
He got 180.
He got a bag.
He got 180, bro.
Yeah. Yeah,
They
he got
were
a bag.
mad at him.
I think 100 is guaranteed, if I'm not
But
mistaken.
it was a 180, but 100 guaranteed. That's a lot of money.
Lots
for
of
a
money.
quarterback that's never been to the playoffs.
Right.
Got 2 highlights. One with the Redskins. You
Right.
like how you like, and then the other
Right.
one with the Vikings against New Orleans.
Right.
When the DB, bless his heart, closed his eyes and just dove at the ball. It's not like Cousins made this spectacular throw.
No, he's a middle tier quarterback. I mean, if you don't, when Atlanta signed Cousins, I don't care for how much money. No one said, "Oh, they're going to the Super Bowl."
No.
They only talked about the contract because that's the only thing that was interesting was the contract. It's not like Atlanta became Super Bowl worthy with Kirk Cousins. Any more worthy than Minnesota was Super Bowl worthy with Kirk Cousins.
And let me say this. Kirk Cousins fit to me better at Minnesota than in Atlanta. The culture is different. Kirk Cousins, come on, bro. He's not going to be down there.
Look, his I think the wife is from Atlanta. He's going back home.
Yeah, that's right.
and
That's
he got
true.
$100 million to sit on the
That's
porch
true.
and sip some tea in the off season. Come on, yeah.
So do you think the Falcons benefit off Penix?
I think long term, I mean, I like him. I like Penix as a quarterback. Long term, he may be the answer.
What was the contract linked with Cousins? They gave him what, 180 over?
I think it was 4 years. I think 3 or 4 years.
Dude, you don't want a Jason Campbell Penix. You know what I mean? When I say Jason Campbell came. Washington drafted Jason Campbell, and he sat behind. Fat. You know who he was? Come from Florida. Trash, bro. He sat behind him. Rex Grossman. For 3 solid years.
Yeah.
He sat on the bench. And Jason Campbell was a way better quarterback.
I thought so too.
He wasted talent. So I don't want that to be with Penix. So I don't know.
Well, what about Caleb Williams?
Nah,
Jaden Daniels.
I think Jaden Daniels was the best quarterback in the draft. Personally, I think he should have went number one. Right. If I was Chicago, I would have pulled a fast one.
I'm not sold on Caleb Williams
At all.
I'm not sold on him.
And I'm going to tell you why. I'm not. And then I want to hear what you got to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm looking at not just on the field, but he showed some things on the sideline during the pressure situation, throwing a fit and tantrum and all that.
Right.
And he's very, very, very flamboyant.
Correct.
He's not humble.
He reminds me of Johnny Manziel in a way.
You said that before. Mm-hmm. So
the way he plays too, his scrambling, unorthodox
the throwing
play.
off the one leg, all that stuff. So that's why they trying to equate him with Patrick Mahomes. They need to stop that.
There's no comparison to
doing
Patrick
that,
Mahomes.
bro.
There's only one Mahomes.
That's where they went wrong. People saying, "Oh, I want to
He's
look
more
for the
like
next
Johnny
Mahomes."
Manziel than
Right.
Patrick Mahomes.
Stop looking for the next Mahomes.
No,
Dude.
he's more like Johnny Manziel.
He is.
Yeah.
Now that you mention that, I totally agree with you. But I don't think he's going to be successful, not just because of his on the field attitude, but I think that it'll spill over on the off the field, and he'll be a distraction in the locker room.
Yeah, he's painting his fingernails.
Pete, bro.
I'm not digging that. And he's the leader. He's supposed to be the leader of the team. We'll see. Training camp opens out. And look, I'm not saying that he's not going to be able to play, but to have that success,
He's not humble.
There's
no humility.
You got to come in with a clear slate, and everybody's gunning for you already.
He already
so don't do
made
anything to put another bullseye on your
too
top.
late.
Yeah.
When you had the pink phone case and on the drive, his fingernails was pink.
He got the Bears on him now.
Are they pink bad?
No,
What color
they're in the
Bears?
Bears colors. They're in the Bears colors.
You can't play for the Chicago Bears, bro, and be hot dog water.
Yeah, no,
You not call it hot dog water because
Nasty
it look
water.
moist. It look already shiny and stuff. Hot dog water. I'm sorry. All right, so I think Jaden Daniels is a better quarterback.
I think so too.
I think he's going. And I'm gonna say this.
He's the best thing Washington's had.
I'm gonna say
a long
this,
time.
and I think it was you that reminded me because I told you how I thought the ownership at Washington sucked. That's why.
They're under new ownership.
Right.
Yeah, new ownership,
So-
new coaching staff, everything.
I want to see Jaden Daniels do good.
I think he will do well. He's going to come in day one and be ready. He's
So-
a day one player.
Washington, as far as weapons for him, he got some decent wide receivers.
Yeah, I'm not even. I
Not
don't
even
follow
record,
Washington, but I mean, look, you got the piece that you need at quarterback.
He's dude.
Now the next job is to put weapons around him on the line, protect him, and you got to get some players to offset his skill level.
And you know what's good about the East right now? It's not stiff competition in the East right now, in the NFC East.
He could come in and do well in that.
The
conference.
Giants not looking good.
I mean, who do the Giants have? Daniel Jones.
Nobody.
They have a draft regret on Daniel Jones.
And dude, the Eagles, I'm not sold on the Eagles. I'm sorry. I know we're not talking about them. I'm not sold on the Eagles, and I'm not sold on the quarterback for the Eagles. I'm not. Jalen Hurts, I'm not.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're going to do as good as we think. Mr. Irrelevant.
Oh.
Jalen Key, Bama safety, transferred from UAB.
Yeah, man. How about that?
That's a good story.
That is. He goes, obviously, here's where the transfer portal works. He plays at UAB. He balls out.
Right.
Transfers up in competition to Alabama.
Right.
Doesn't have that same type of role that he had at UAB, but he's playing under Nick Saban's final year.
Right.
I mean,
which is
big.
Right. Beneficial in and of itself.
It adds to his pedigree.
Right.
And
plus he's going to learn a lot. Hell of a lot.
Exactly. So he may come in, and I'm not saying he's going to be like Brock Purdy's success, but he may come in and make it. You never know.
Mr. Irrelevant. They kept calling him that too.
Yeah.
I like that though.
It's a copyrighted name now.
It is Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah.
But Purdy being
they
the
come
one.
on stage with the jersey, Mr. Irrelevant, now at the draft.
That's crazy.
What about Detroit, man?
Man,
Detroit set the attendance record for the draft.
that was good.
Yeah, they were deep.
You know what I like about the draft being in Detroit, and just the last 5-10 years, Detroit been having that issue with the lead in the water,
Right.
and the city kind of nosedive financially.
True.
But they're doing things to put Detroit back on the map. That's the Motor City, bro.
The Pistons went 0 for what? Have they won 5 games yet?
Right. But they're doing things like Detroit, though, is getting back on the map.
Right.
I like the fact that they had the draft there.
Yeah.
How do they vote? How do they vote for the draft in what city?
I think it comes when you for the Super. I think didn't they host a Super Bowl or something, or did they bid?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, we need to check on that one.
Yeah, see what they
we'll
do.
Come back on the next podcast.
Yeah, I want to see
we'll
how
have
they
an
do
answer
that.
for you on the next one.
We do it on and off the field, y'all. We find out everything we need to know. Shout out to us for even bringing it up. So look, here's another one. Jerry Rice's son.
Got drafted by the Chargers.
Right. So he stays on the east in the Bay. So he gets to stay in the Bay. So he ain't gotta go.
That's amazing.
It is amazing, bro.
To get drafted, to be Jerry Rice's son and get drafted, that's pretty intense.
Right. But he was at USC.
USC.
So big college.
Yeah.
Known for football recruits. Mm-hmm. Known for it.
He did well. He had a good year. He's not, and again, you can't compare him to Jerry Rice.
You got to say that. Because that's immediately what people are gonna do.
But you just got to say,
but if you don't tell me, I am.
You just got to say Brendan.
Brendan Rice.
Brendan is the receiver. You can't compare them to Jerry Rice.
What kind of size he got? Is he 6?
Yeah, he's got good size. He's like 6'1", 6'2".
Okay, he's about the same size as his dad.
Yeah.
Jerry Rice had elusive speed, bro.
Oh, and an incredible work ethic.
Oh,
the discipline and work ethic he had.
The camp
off
he had.
The field.
He used to bring them players over there, bro. Yeah.
As good as he was, he had the best work ethic of all the players on the team.
They'd be like dish rags when he got done with them with that heel, bro.
I know.
Adrian Peterson went 1 year.
He had a lot of NFL players that go there.
Boy.
And they all said, wow. Yeah.
And Rice had been retired and was still running the balls in the ground, man.
Yep.
So, yeah.
You remember Frank Gore?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what?
His son got signed as a free agent. Didn't get drafted, but his son signed as a free agent. He played at Southern Miss.
Yeah, he was upset, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Frank Gore said he was on the race. Said Buffalo's got to steal. Because the Buffalo signed him as a free agent.
Frank Gore was a beast, bro.
Frank Gore was
tough. That dude blew his knee 3 times.
When he went to...
And still balled out like that.
And that was in college. I mean, in the pros.
In the pros. He blew his knee 3 times.
In college, he blew his knee out also.
So
he came from Miami. He played at Miami.
In the pros, he did it alone 3 different times.
And he did it twice at Miami.
Blew 5 times.
Yeah.
Man. But the way he played, nobody, you wouldn't think people, the average person wouldn't come back from those kind of knee injuries
And to
like
play that
bruh.
long of career at a running back?
Bruh. So shout out to him.
Yeah.
All right. He said, Dawn Staley. What Dawn Staley was wearing at the draft?
What you think
bruh?
she was wearing at the draft? She's at the crib in South Carolina. What you think she got on? You know she got on some Louis.
Right.
She got on the Eagles jersey. She probably got on Jalen Hurts jersey.
Right.
And some Louis.
Some Louis.
She got on some Louis.
Got some Louis. Yeah.
She a diva now.
All the way.
Yeah. I like Dawn Staley.
Shout out to Dawn Staley, bro.
Shout out to
Listen,
Dawn Staley.
I still want to interview her.
Dawn, we want to interview you.
We need to get you on here, Dawn. We want to hold you for about a good 15 minutes.
So tell me, check it out. We're talking about the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me which state has had the most NFL players drafted in history. Which state do you think?
Alabama.
Alabama? No.
Give me one
Close.
more. Hold on.
Close geographically.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Hint.
It's either Georgia or Florida.
Florida.
Wow.
Florida.
Okay.
Who do you think is second?
Alabama.
Nope.
Georgia.
Texas. Then California. Then Georgia.
What?
Yep.
Wow.
Alabama's got 87. They're like I think top 10. But that's good for Alabama.
That is good.
You know, you
That is
figure you got to look at those states with all those.
I never thought about that question until you brought that up.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. And who was and Florida's number one.
Florida's number one.
Wow. You know
Which is interesting because every year they have the most blue chip All-Americans in high school.
I think, you know what I think you're going to find this funny. I think from 1980 to like 1995, the Miami Hurricanes attributed to a lot of that. Because they was damn near drafting the whole squad. The whole squad.
Well, before The Secret got out, Miami, had all those players locked down.
Right.
It was called the state of Miami.
So, it's a plethora of them coming, bro. The whole Miami Hurricane. You got to recruit all of them. Everybody from every position.
Yeah.
Think about it. Running back. I can't remember his name. What was his name? The running back with Ray Rice. Oh, number 20.
For who?
For Miami.
You got
Come on.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee.
No, Willis McGahee. That's who I'm talking about.
McGahee was
number
tough.
21.
He was tough. Till he got hurt. He tore his knee too.
Willis McGahee. He was number 21.
Yeah, McGahee was tough.
Dude, you recruit at every position. You know what I heard about?
One year we had McGahee, Clinton Portis.
Oh, I remember Clinton Portis.
And oh my God, what's the other guys? Three NFL players in the backfield at one time. Frank Gore.
That's crazy. You know what I heard about Vinny Testaverde? I heard that he was a physical phenom. Like, they said that physically he was a phenom, like the what's his name brothers that play the defensive tackle brothers.
He was a big guy. Testaverde was a big guy.
Testaverde was.
Yeah, he's a big guy. Big
Something
Italian.
To look at, bro.
Yeah, he was a big Italian.
And he must have had a cannon on his arm, bro.
Yeah, he could play. Heisman Trophy winner. Come on, man.
You could recruit probably every position at Miami from like 85.
They did. But they had
That's why they had Florida
the best winning. They had the best talent down there, and they got all those players to come there. And so that's why they balled out. Over the years they stopped, putting into the program, and the other programs, SEC, became an arms race. To have the best facility, the best stadium.
Oh yeah,
the best locker room.
Now I wasn't about to gridiron anymore. Ray Lewis, the linebacking core from Ray Lewis is at Miami for how many years?
He was there.
Before we move on, I gotta know this. So the linebackers that was with him, I guarantee you, every linebacker that played with Ray Lewis was highly recruited in the NFL too.
I mean, the whole Miami team.
That's what I just said, dude. That's what attributes to the number. That's why Florida is winning. The Hurricanes had a lot to do with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not like the Gators did what the Hurricanes did in the 80s.
No,
they didn't.
Florida State came close,
but they didn't.
But they didn't.
No other Florida team did what
Miami led the way.
Exactly.
With NFL players.
That's
on the draft.
my point.
Lately, you haven't had it, and that's why you could see the results on the field are equal to the results in the draft. You don't see as many players.
Yeah,
but they're hopefully
they're
change.
not the Hurricanes of old.
No,
definitely not, dude. They really don't need to go back to that because that was a dangerous team on and off the field. So, all right, look. All right, the biggest draft bust, man, 2007.
This is interesting.
Jamarcus Russell or 1989 Tony Mandarich. Now you got some numbers, I think, Coach.
I want to look. I want you to check this out.
You showed me this off camera.
So we talk about the biggest draft bust.
Right.
Let's go 1989 draft.
All right.
Troy Aikman went number 1.
Okay.
And then the Packers took Mandarich, Tony Mandarich,
right,
the lineman,
the big lineman.
Who never panned out.
Right.
Guess who went afterward? I'm gonna list 5 players that got drafted after Tony Mandarich.
This about to be crazy.
Barry Sanders.
That's crazy.
Derek Thomas.
Pro Bowl.
Deion Sanders.
Pro Bowl Hall
Steve
of Fame.
Atwater.
Pro Bowl Hall of Fame.
And your boy Lawyer Tillman.
He's the only one on there now. Shout out to Lawyer Tillman, bro.
Hey. So you got 4 Hall of Famers.
Right.
Not players.
No, Hall of Famers.
Hall of Famers.
Barry Sanders.
Derek Thomas.
Come on, bro.
Deion Sanders and Steve Atwater.
All of them Hall of Famers.
All of them Hall of Famers.
Facts.
So
and Mandarich went before them.
Mandarich went number 2 before them.
And was a straight bust.
Straight bust.
Now
the other one,
Jamarcus.
Your local boy.
They call him biscuits and syrup.
Biscuits.
Because he was sold that syrup. So and it made him and it made him big. So they call him biscuits and syrup. They did.
I think he might win just on that alone.
They had nicknamed him biscuits and syrup, bro.
Oh my God.
They did.
Biscuits and syrup.
Yes.
All right. In 2007.
Biscuits and syrup. Alright.
Oh my God.
Alright, you finna call it biscuits and syrup.
Biscuits and syrup.
Okay.
In 2007, he went number 1.
All right.
To the Raiders. And these players went after.
Oh man.
Calvin Johnson.
Megatron.
Adrian Peterson.
Hall of Fame. Is Adrian Peterson Hall of Fame?
He gonna be if
okay.
he not already.
Yeah, he Pro Bowl.
Darrelle Revis.
Hall of Fame.
Ted Ginn.
Should be.
Joe Thomas.
Oh man, bro.
So those players went right after Jamarcus Russell in 2007.
And he's the biggest bust.
I think we gotta go with biscuits and syrup.
He got biscuits and syrup. Got it, bro.
Biscuits and syrup.
He got the belt.
Biscuits and syrup.
With a name,
I drove him.
Oh man,
a few times, and I said at one point we were at Waffle House. This was about 5 a.m.
Now you see why you call them biscuits and syrup.
Yeah, exactly.
You finna tell me. And
I wanted to say to him, it was like I had an out of body experience as a father. I wanted to say to him, man, you are fucking up
bad.
Yeah. I really wanted to say that to him, but I didn't. I just kept kept quiet and stuff. But you remember that there was the joke they had the coach, and one coach said, one coach said, man, Jamarcus Russell can throw 60 yards from his knees. Then the other coach said, yeah, but he can't hit the receiver on his feet. Enough about him. Enough about him. Enough biscuits and syrup. That's enough.
Hold on, bro. I'm crying.
I want to do something special.
Now,
I want to do something special now.
I'm crying, bro.
I want to talk about.
All right.
I want to do a Yoda moment.
All right. I don't know nothing about this, y'all.
So when I met you,
All right.
You were on the drive of the Riverview.
Right.
And Nicholas Kidd.
Right.
And I believe there was another guy. And Shelton. Remember Shelton?
Right.
It's all standing on the drive.
Shout out to Shelton.
Shout out to Shelton. Rest in peace.
Right.
And we were talking. And you and Nicholas were talking about the devil having the answer behind his back. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us that story again?
Okay. All right. That was based on a scripture that says, with every temptation, God provides you with a way of escape.
Okay.
So in other words, the devil is the one that comes with the temptation. Right?
Right.
But he also, before he leaves, because he has to get permission from God even to tempt you.
Right.
So the devil has to get permission from God. So when he goes literally to get permission, because it's in that book of Job, you couldn't do nothing without God giving permission. So anyway, it's funny you bring that up. So when God allows these things to happen, he also tells the devil, now, you have to take with you a way of escape. So when the devil comes and shows you the temptation, he's got one hand behind his back. If you ever pause, because the temptation is big. When temptation hits you, the tingly feeling, whole 9 yards, you feel like you got to do it.
Right.
But if we were to ever pause and say, you know what? What's behind your back? What's in your other hand? He has to say, here you go. It's the way of escape.
Ooh, I like that.
So that's what that was about.
Ooh.
Shout out to you, man, for remembering that.
Yoda, hey, man. That was... I was standing talking to someone else, and I heard you guys say that behind me, and I asked you to say it again. And then I remember Nicholas was doing the shucking and jive dance he does.
Right.
And he was, explaining it as well.
Right.
And then that moment, that's why I joined your church.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's when I joined. That's when I went to your church. Probably a week or so after that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like the Yoda moment, man. But yeah, that's...
Well, we go. You ain't finished. So in our last interview with Coach Trish Roberts,
right,
the Forgotten Lady Vol, and we're working on that, by the way.
We need to get that statue up.
We're working on that, by the way.
We need to get the jersey hung in the banner. They need to do right.
That's right. She talked about Matthew 24 as her go-to.
Right.
Can you just give us a brief, quick synopsis of what she kind of meant by saying for Matthew 24? Why should those listening read Matthew 24? And what would you expect to get out of reading Matthew 24? The
reason you need to read it is because Jesus is actually talking about, he's giving breadcrumbs. He's giving clues as to when the end of the age will be, or the system of things, which is the government.
Okay.
What the Bible says, the system of things is our government. So the disciples asked him at the beginning, they say, hey, it's kind of scary. We need to know, what do we need to look for so we'll know the sign of the time so we won't get caught.
Right.
So Jesus starts to tell them what to look for so they won't get caught unaware. So that's one reason people need to read Matthew 24, because everything in it is going to happen.
Gotcha.
And that's signs that'll help us. The breadcrumbs are in there.
Okay.
So we won't get caught unaware. Because that was the biggest thing. Jesus said to them, he said, make sure you don't get caught unaware. Make sure you don't get tricked.
Right.
So people that are ignorant get tricked.
Gotcha.
So he told them, don't be ignorant, so don't get tricked. That's one reason you need to read it. And what you're going to get out of it is the reality of what's unfolding before our eyes. Wars, rumors of wars, what we hear, he talked about that.
Right.
And it's in there. You're going to hear wars and rumors of wars. Mother going to hate daughter, daughter going to hate mother, son-in-law against dad. So that's what you're going to get out of it. You're going to see the things actually unfolding.
Wow.
That's in Matthew 24.
Deep.
Yeah, man.
Ooh, deep.
Yeah.
Yoda.
Shout out.
Yoda.
I like that, man. I like that, bro. We might need to keep Yoda moment in there, bro. And don't tell me that I'm impressed with the first one, dude.
Okay.
High five. The reason you joined the church. That's fire.
Yeah, that was nice, man.
That's fire. I like that. Look, now Reggie Bush, man.
He got his Heisman back.
Shout out to Reggie Bush. I need to let me say this. Maybe people don't know what exactly was he accused of? Why was he stripped of the Heisman Trophy?
It's called receiving extra benefits.
Can you go into details? Like
Specifically, they said that he received money
from who?
From USC boosters.
Can we talk about boosters for a second?
Yeah, sure.
The negative effect of boosters?
Well, I'm a booster. I'm not. I mean,
well, you know what I mean. Some boosters go. They go as far as even like to cash under the table.
Look, there are what's called friends of the program, and if you want a certain type of player, you gotta pay. There's just no way around that.
Okay.
The problem was they got caught paying.
Okay.
They weren't sharp in paying. that was the problem.
Okay.
There's never been a case where a top player, I mean big time, a game changing type player wants to come to your university. Right. You gonna pay him.
It was never a time when they didn't get paid.
Exactly.
So this crap.
It was illegal though with the NCAA.
But it was still happening.
Oh, absolutely, it was happening.
And here's the thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. They knew, they just didn't make a big deal out of it. As long as it stayed underground.
Well, they couldn't prove it.
Okay, but they knew.
They couldn't prove it.
It's kind of like the feds knowing somebody selling dope,
right?
But they can't.
Right.
That's what they were doing.
Yeah. I mean, when your mom is in a new house and you riding a new car and you balling out like that, and you a college student, you're going to ask questions.
So real quick, and I don't want to go down too far in the booster vein. We could talk about boosters a lot. I wanted to get your take on boosters. Mm-hmm. What is your take on boosters?
Well, a booster is all
Are
a
they
booster.
Beneficial?
No. All a booster is a alumnus of the university or someone that has ties to the university.
Okay.
I mean, the term that stands to be negative connotation is not necessarily always the case.
Okay.
I mean, every fan is a booster. Like Juju, when she graduates from USC, she's going to be a booster of USC.
Okay.
Right. But is she considered something negative or poor image of an athlete?
So the NIL
wipes all that out now.
All of it.
Yeah.
So is that the reason they were forced to give Reggie Bush his
absolutely? Yeah, you have to, because what they accused him of, all that's legal now.
Right.
All that's legal now.
Okay.
In fact, what they're getting now makes what he got.
It surpasses what he got back then.
If Reggie Bush was in the NIL,
goodness.
oh my goodness, he would have really racked up.
Dude, Shedeur killing him.
Shedeur is killing him.
And I'm gonna be honest.
That's good.
I know he's Deion's son, but I don't know if he's gonna be an elite quarterback in the league.
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
Again, like every quarterback that got drafted this year, it's going to be dependent upon what team drafts you and what's their situation is.
You know what they're saying hypothetically, right?
Because if you go to a bullshit team with some bullshit linemen,
right,
and no skill players, and your coach is on the hot seat, you're not gonna do well.
Nah, and you won't look your talent.
Look what Trevor Lawrence did his first year with Urban Meyer.
Yeah.
That was a freaking train wreck.
Yeah, but he's a beast, dude.
But put him in a good situation, he would have done better,
bro.
Yeah, he's good.
He a beast, bro.
He's a hell of a player.
I think they're gonna do real good this year too.
Yeah.
So Reggie Bush had to get that back because they had to bite the bullet on that. The NIL changed a lot. Lance.
Yeah. Oh, it did.
It changed a lot, dude.
It did.
So shout out to Reggie Bush for getting that back, man. Because a lot of people did not realize the details of why he lost the Heisman.
Believe it or not. And like I said, that NIL, we talked about that. There's some trends now that's going on with this NIL, and this is interesting. Seth Trimble was a member of the Carolina Tar Heel basketball team.
Okay.
After the season, he entered into the portal. Now he came back from the portal. He's decided to stay.
Okay.
So the message is, when you enter the portal, handle it with class.
Okay.
Because don't burn any bridges.
Right.
Because the coaching staff was like, hey, man, look, come back. We want you. You're a class act.
Right.
We want you.
Right.
So, and then there was a guy, Henry Parrish. He started at Ole Miss, okay? He graduated in Miami High School, went to Ole Miss, played with Lane Kiffin, played 1 year, then transferred to Miami for 2 years.
Right.
So all those 3 years, he balled out. He was a good player. Now he's transferring back to Ole Miss. That doesn't happen if you're not a class act. That doesn't happen if you put on Twitter or Instagram,
He didn't burn bridges.
But he didn't burn any bridges.
At first I didn't know how I felt about the transfer portal because I was like, some players were kind of using it. If they're not that talented, if you're talented, you know what I'm saying, and you're not being played or treated right at this university or whatever, and you hit the transfer, that's cool. But if you're not, if you're barely a mid-tier, and you, because your feelings hurt, I'm just going to use the transfer. Some people are using it for that.
Well, if you're not going to be able to play, if you go to college, you got 5 years to play for.
Right.
If you're not going to play, if you're going to sit on the bench, you might as well transfer to some other school. I mean, if you want to play.
Yeah.
Look at Mark Sears was the point guard for Alabama this year.
Okay.
The lefty. He's the one that took him to the Final Four.
Okay.
He played in the MAC.
Okay.
And so when he came out of high school in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, he went to a MAC school.
Okay.
Played 2 years in the MAC. Eventually been MAC Player of the Year. Then transferred to Alabama. So that's how the transfer portal has worked in his favor.
Okay.
Now he had an opportunity where he didn't have in high school. He had an opportunity to show that he could play in college. And now, hey, he's at the highest level.
And like I said, I didn't know how I felt about the transfer portal at first, but it all works together. It's all working good.
I think so.
All right, look, NBA playoffs, man. Let's talk, bro.
Did you see Anthony Edwards?
Oh!
Sweep.
Bro, he's rough.
Whoa, he ate
Dude,
KD's lunch, boy. Woo!
KD couldn't do nothing with him, bro.
He ate his lunch.
Did you see that one dunk from the side, where he came from the left side of the goal? Bro, this dude is rough.
And he made the whole team better too. He wasn't just out there, dominating. He was facilitating.
I think me, you, and Marcus, and I asked you and Marcus because I wasn't really familiar with that up and coming talent.
Right.
I think I asked you and Marcus to give me a list of a few people that
He was on
remember.
it. Yeah, he was on it.
And he was on there, dude.
Oh, he's
no, that was my nephew. That was nephew when nephew was on here.
Oh, that's right.
Remember?
Right.
And Marcus was on there too because we was like, because I'm like, what's the up and comers? And dude's name was on there.
Anthony Edwards is tough.
Dude, he's rough.
Wow, and that was impressive.
In the whole performance,
First round sweep for the Suns. They had all
last year,
those
dude,
players.
the Suns were in contention for the title. It could have been.
You had Booker, Durant,
and Booker looked
Bradley Beal.
raggedy, dude.
Yeah,
turnovers.
But he coming off an Achilles, he's not going to be the same
but his
type
wrist
player.
ain't hurt. He turned the ball over, just throwing the ball.
Yeah.
The Bucks. You know what? Let me listen, bro. The Milwaukee Bucks
had injuries.
They do, but every year they tease me. Every year. Giannis and them. Every year, coach.
They won it 1 year.
1 year. How long Giannis been there?
I mean, but look, man, he's hurt. He's hurt.
Yeah.
He's hurt. And Lillard's hurt.
Dame Lillard.
Giannis, they say he's got a pull on his Achilles too. So I wouldn't even play him. I would say screw this first year with Dame.
And
Doc Rivers.
He re-injured that.
Because if you re-injure that, that's your franchise.
And Dame is not a youngster, dude. He been, he ain't old, but
I would say,
look, he getting a little long in the tooth. That's what Steve Smith say. Steve Smith, that's how he call you old. He said he's a little long in the tooth. You never heard that? You never heard that?
That's what old folks say.
He said it, man. He said it about Keenan Allen.
Right.
He said Keenan Allen is long in the tooth. Shout out to Steve Smith, bro. Pro bowler. Tough little wife. I remember seeing Steve Smith catch a touchdown pass and his arm was broke. Dude broke his forearm, and it was wobbling, and he still spiked the ball and ran to the sideline when he was with Carolina, a broke arm. Wow. Little bit of Steve Smith, dude.
He's hardcore. They don't make him like that no more.
Anthony Edwards, like you say, he dominating.
Yep.
Listen,
LeBron.
Dude. Listen, that the win that the Lakers just got, dude. That was political. They should have swept them, bro.
Denver's gonna go advance. I guess the question now is does LeBron
done.
come back for another year?
I don't think so. Why?
Why?
To play with his son?
I mean, I don't know. I would think that at some point you would want to do something else. I mean,
look at Carmelo Anthony. Just faded out.
Yeah.
And he let his son step up.
Right.
So, Bron, come on.
Well.
Ain't no more rings.
No, ain't
no more rings.
Unless you jump on a super team that's set up.
And he's not gonna be able to do that.
But you ain't gonna do that with the Lakers. Not the way they construct.
How many rings he got?
He got 4.
That's it.
Yeah, that's a wrap.
He'll be 2 short of Jordan, and 1 short of Kobe.
Right.
And 1 short of Duncan.
Oh yeah.
Who has more than him?
Duncan.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, you baby.
Jalen Brunson with the Knicks.
Oh, I like him,
tough,
man.
Bro.
Man, I like Jalen.
I like him. He like a little Wolverine, dude.
Wow.
He's tough, man.
Man.
What
the Knicks
other
been looking for that for a long time.
They have.
Wow.
What other short point guard does he remind you of, like back in the day, that was kind of tough like that? He's kind of thick. He's not small. He's thick, so when he could take the body and still. You know what I mean?
You know, his game is, he's kind of like he's kind of got that tiny Archibald game.
That's good.
You know, but he's actually a lot bigger than Tiny Archibald too.
He's tough. Like I said, he could take that body, you know.
He scores in the post like he's 6'9", but he's not.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, you would think he's 6'9".
He played like a big man.
Yeah.
I like him, dude. He got heart.
Brunson, bro.
Hey,
I said last year that the Knicks were 4 Brunsons short of a championship.
Wow.
So, you know, and they got some help with him now. But guys, that guy's good.
Stephen A. Smith love him.
I love him too.
That boy balling for the Knicks, bro.
Man, I'm glad we got him.
Kawhi, man, he hurt again, dude.
Oh man, put that womp for Kawhi.
I think Kawhi had his glory days when he hit the game winner in the playoffs and they won it. Yeah,
I mean, he's a good player, and I mean, I'm not, and you know, but when you collect that sum of money and you're back home, and you know, what's the incentive now?
So he got a ring with the Raptors.
He got a ring with the Raptors
and one with Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
So he got 2.
Got 2 rings.
That was it. I think that's it for him.
Yeah, Clippers ain't winning no ring.
No,
not with the players they got.
No. So with that.
Harden is looking good right now, but at some point, James Harden gonna fade off into the playoffs sunset too.
He need to go to the European League.
Yeah.
Going over there with the rest. Oh man. Oh boy. All right.
Have you watched the NHL playoffs?
I don't follow them closely. I just kind of check the highlights and the scores, to be honest. Do you follow?
I don't. I do. I don't follow them, but I do check the scores and highlights as you.
Who you got?
But I was driving this guy, and they were talking about Dakota Joshua for Vancouver. You know, that's where this group was coming from.
Okay.
Black guy.
That's what I was going to ask, because there's been a couple of black guys emerging in hockey.
There's, I think, 26.
Really?
Black players have been in.
Dude, I remember
the
first. I remember the first black player.
Who was that?
I don't remember his name, but I remember him. The one that I knew was the first black player to come on hockey.
In hockey.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm like, this dude is the first black player. Like, I didn't know his name. The fact that it's registered in my mind that we got a black dude to play in hockey.
Right. It's like 26 of them that come through so far.
You know, I said the entertainers say, if black people play hockey, they have on church shoes. Skating on the ice. He's just out there skating. Right.
Y'all got the hockey history here in Mobile?
I remember the Mobile Generals.
You had a hockey team here?
Yes, they used to play down at the Civic Center. Yes.
Really?
Yep. The makeshift ice rink and all that. Yeah. I remember that. The Mobile Generals.
Mobile Generals.
Yes. Because they actually had the Mobile Generals for the hockey team and the little football team.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you know, I went to University of Maine.
Right.
And in '92, Maine won the national championship in hockey.
Really?
Yeah, Paul Correa was a freshman on that team. Peter and Chris Ferraro played on that team. They were played for the Rangers.
Wow.
The goalie was Garth Snow, who I think is the general manager of the Islanders now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a good.
We were loaded that year.
That's cool.
Yeah, we were loaded that
Wow.
year.
You've been watching the UFL?
A little bit. Not as much, I'll flip channels. I haven't sat and watched a whole game yet, but I flip channels. I watched a little bit of St. Louis team. AJ McCarron is playing for them.
Right.
I saw him play a little bit, and I watched the Birmingham team play.
We actually got tickets to see them.
Really?
Next in 2 weeks.
Who are they playing?
They're playing. The Birmingham Barons are playing somebody. I forgot. But we actually got tickets to go see.
Nice.
Yes. Got tickets to go check them out. So it's funny that we talking about that. So I look forward to seeing it in person. I like the UFL. The fact that they combine the XFL with the USFL.
Oh, it's going to be a great league.
Yeah, I think the Rock and what they're doing
It's
is
going to be a
good.
great league.
I think they just got to build their.
You got to build the name, the brand. That's all. Yeah,
I like it, and it's competitive.
absolutely. It's good football.
And the stands are more packed. You see more people in the stands now. I pay attention to that.
It's good football.
That's real. Now here's what I want to kind of go over before we move off of that. In your opinion, could that be a stepping stone for somebody that maybe came from college, didn't make the cut in the NFL, right? So they go to the UFL. Could they get a look from the NFL?
Yeah. It's the same as the CFL in Canada. So
Okay.
here the only difference is you're playing in the States.
But you still can get a look from
Absolutely.
from a recruit.
Yeah.
Okay.
At the Senior Bowl, you had representatives from the CFL, you had representatives from the UFL.
I didn't know that,
The new
the
league,
UFL.
and you had representatives from the NFL.
So now-
all the divisions were represented.
So now the UFL qualifies as a stepping stone or like a bridge kind of between that.
Absolutely, for coaches too.
Right. Almost like kind of like a D League. Yeah.
You could say that, yeah, in a way. You could say that.
I think that's good.
I mean, they're the next step of to the NFL.
That's what I wanted to know. Mm-hmm. That's it. So that answers my question.
Yeah.
I think that's really good.
I think there are players that will definitely come out of that league and play in the NFL.
Deion Sanders mentioned this UFL because he got his boys up there at Colorado, so his boys may benefit from the UFL. He said it. He said, "Hey, one of my boys may have to stop there on his way to the league."
The safety, the what's his name?
I
Deion?
forgot. You heard what
safety.
So you heard the same thing.
He's not NFL.
Not ready,
Right.
yet. But that could be a developmental
Absolutely.
part of the process.
Absolutely.
I love it.
It's a great league.
Cool. All right. Oh, my bad. All right. Here's one. Sports Jeopardy, the final drive.
Final drive.
Last time you had a speeding ticket.
A month ago. I went to traffic school Saturday.
I went. I think I had one about. It's been not a month ago. It's been like 8 months ago.
8 months ago.
Yes, and I went to traffic school.
I went Saturday. And I was in a rent-a-car. I had just gotten a rent-a-car. And I just opened the, you just want to see how I ride.
Did you tell the cop that? He don't care, do he?
Okay. Yes, sir, officer. That was a wrap. Hey, so I paid my fine. That's it.
Kyle for a supervisor.
Hey, ever drink and drive?
Oh man. When I was younger, I used to do it all the time. When I was in the military, I was in Virginia. I would leave from Portsmouth, Virginia, or I lived in Portsmouth, Virginia, so I would leave from Virginia Beach sometime or Norfolk. And I would drive from Norfolk to Portsmouth. I had to go over a bridge and through a tunnel. So I remember one night I was so drunk. I had on my camos though, and the cop pulled me over. And when I got out, when he saw my camos, he was like, "You heading home, soldier?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Get on," like I ain't on. And that was it. I got stopped like that.
Wow.
Do you?
I have, yes. Which story you want me to
Any
tell
close
you?
calls?
Yeah, sure, of course.
I done fell asleep at the light before.
Man, I was at the light once, and in Orange, New Jersey. There's a White Castles there, and man, I thought the car caught on fire. I jumped out the car. I was like, "Oh, it's on fire! The car's on fire!"
Why?
I don't know. I just thought the car was on fire. I was hallucinating, I guess.
That sounded like you was doing more than drinking.
Bad, yeah, I don't know, but So look, I learned this though. This is interesting. This is for anybody. This is good for anybody listening. If you get stopped by the police, you do, and this is not for someone. This is not to be an arrogant prick towards the police. Be respectful.
Right.
But if you get stopped by the police and you're respectful and you're doing everything right, and this police officer is totally rude and unacceptable behavior towards you,
Right.
you have the right to ask him to call their supervisor.
Okay. And
Their
he has to
supervisor,
do
and
it.
they have to do it. Their supervisor will either call you on your cell phone or show up to that spot.
Wow.
Then you can let the supervisor know what happened. But you have that right. Now you still gonna get the ticket,
Right.
but at least you have the knowledge to know if that police officer is doing you wrong and you're doing everything correct, being respectful, and you could clearly see that this officer has an issue. You could ask to speak with their supervisor.
That's good to know, and it's good to put into practice so that people, like the officers, will know. Hey, I
Right.
can't be out of line because they may
Exactly.
request my supervisor.
Now I ain't talking about you come to the cop comes to the car and you're being
Right. You got to be
ninja-ish.
cooperative. Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Then a ninja.
Yeah, right. Come on now. So anyway,
That's good to know.
Yeah.
That's good to know. So look, if you could replace Roger Goodell with a female commissioner, ESPN sports anchor, prior to hearing your name called at the NFL draft, who would you choose? Boy, I got somebody. I know who I want.
so I come on stage and I get the hug one.
Don't pick mine, bro.
I got Eminem.
No, bro.
got Eminem.
No, bro. I
got
bro,
McNutt.
we're gonna have to share.
She got enough
I'm
butt
glad
to
she's
get
a McNutt. I'm glad she's a McNutt.
McNutt that butt. Well, I'm running on stage.
Bruh. So you would choose her over Molly? Molly, dude.
Molly's strong too now.
Hey, Kieran.
She's a good reporter as well.
But I think I need Eminem, dude. Cause she'd
Because
introduce
the way
you
she
the
would
right way.
stand on the stage with that sway.
Yeah, boy.
When she-
And
when
shimmy
she
them
lead,
shoulders. And when she
and she
shimmy
hold
them
my
shoulders.
jersey.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And shimmy them shoulders.
Oh, no.
Shout out.
Go ahead, McNutt.
Hey, Monica McNutt. If you listening to this, we sure want to interview you.
Come on, McNutt.
Come on, McNutt. And we want you to shimmy your shoulder one time. Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
my God.
Hey, that would be it.
What series are you currently watching?
Halo. I'm watching Halo on Prime. It's a military. It's actually a game. It's a movie based on the game.
Oh, based on the game.
Yes, a game.
Really?
Halo. The name of it is Halo. Fire. It's off the chain.
And it's on Prime?
Yes, Prime
Okay.
Video. You would love it.
Okay.
It's two seasons. I'm on season 2.
Season 2.
Yes, go do Halo.
Halo.
You would love Master Chief.
Okay.
It's your type movie.
I'm going to check it out. Halo.
What you watching?
I just
And
watched.
BMF. I don't know if you
You
watch
watching BMF?
Do you watch BMF?
I hadn't started it yet.
I'm watching BMF.
I've just finished Hung. It's
What's that on?
It's on HBO Max.
Okay.
I watched the first season.
What
I'm
type
not going
of
to
show
go.
is it?
I'm not going to go any further. But it was entertaining. It's a guy from Detroit who's got a big schlong, and he's down on his luck. Everything's going bad, and he gets involved with this. He's a male escort.
Is that why you gonna not go any further?
Yeah. I guess not. I could talk a lot about
Do
it.
you
but
not like it?
It was actually entertaining, but it kind of after a season you kind of
It's pause.
It can only go but so far.
Yeah, especially Hung.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be a big fan of the Hung.
No.
Who would win a game or horse, Steph Curry or Damian Lillard? Right now, I think Steph will win.
Steph will win because Dame hurt.
Dame hurt right now, bro.
Dame hurt, so we're gonna go with Steph. So take this out. So let's say you running point, you coming down the court, and you could throw an alley-oop pass to any NBA player, past or present, who do you want catching your lob and flushing it down?
Can I give a pass and a present? Can I get both?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna tell you something.
You got on your tight 50 shorts. Who you throwing it to back in the day?
Michael Cooper.
Ooh, the Koopa Loop.
Koopa Loop.
Okay.
And the reason I like that is because of how Magic made it look, dude.
Right.
When he throw that joker, the Koopa Loop. You remember the Koopa
I know.
Loop?
It was. Hey, they were cold.
Nah, present. Dang, present. Give me a second. Present. I would have to go with.
Anthony Edwards.
I would like him, but I would have to go with the Pelicans. What's his name?
Zion. Okay.
I would throw one of
A
Zion.
hard flush.
Yes. Who you got?
So I'm going Dr. J. He catching mine. That would be for me. That would be like a
Mean.
You know, he was my idol growing up. You know what I mean? So
Wow.
for him to catch my lob, oh man, I would faint after that. That would be it.
What you got? Future? I mean, present.
Present. Let's go, Ja Morant. Ja
That's
Morant.
interesting.
Yeah.
You know why I said Michael Cooper? Because I think he was underrated. I think Michael Cooper.
He was a hell of a player.
Hell of a player, man.
But where do you fit in? You got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you got Magic Johnson,
That's
you got
tough.
James Worthy. So
Tough.
you fourth on the spot right
That's
there.
tough, bro.
I mean, and he did well. He served up.
Yeah.
He was good.
Yeah. All right. What's your go-to adult drink?
Grey Goose Martini, straight up, 2 olives.
Is that what we had? Is that what you had at Skyview?
Yes.
Remember you had 2 of them. Remember you warned? No, wait. Well, hold on. I gotta tell this
2 is
story.
my
Y'all.
limit.
Hold on. I gotta tell y'all this story. I gotta tell y'all this story. All right. So we're in the Skyview Lounge on I think it was that Friday night. Friday or Saturday. So Coach pulled up. Like, Coach, what you drinking? And you said just what you said. You said
Grey Goose Martini,
right?
straight up, 2 olives.
2 hours. You said, let me warn y'all. And you said this after you got your first one. You about 2 sips in. He's like, I want to warn y'all. I only need 1 drink. I don't need to have 2. Well, I don't know how it happened, but it happened where he wound up with another one.
Because
So
AG came in.
that's what it was. Now, after AG came in, who in the world was this female? So this female comes up. I don't see her. So my back is to her, but Coach is looking at me. He's facing me and the chick. He on the second martini. He already telling me I'm gonna be low my losing control. He knocks half the people over at the table to get to this chick. Who is this chick?
Who you talking about?
At Skyview, remember? You saw her. You was like, I saw this chick. It was your friend. It was a childhood friend.
Childhood friend.
I don't know if the childhood friend, it was this beautiful female. She said, hey, Lance. And
Sonia.
there you go.
Sonia. Yeah. Sonia. Yeah,
That
she worked at the hotel. She worked at the Riverview.
That second martini had you with some 20/20 vision, Jack. I had to tell that
And I
funny
told,
story.
and look, and what I do. See ya.
Yeah, the lead. Yeah, you know your limit.
I know my limit.
You gotta know your limit,
Hey,
bro.
gotta know my
You
limit.
gotta know your limit. My adult drink is I like Ciroc apple.
Ciroc apple.
Yes, vodka.
Okay.
Nah, if I had to do tequila, Casamigo.
Casamigo.
Yes, I go to and I like Casamigo because it's rich and it's not cheap.
Okay.
So that's my go-to.
Okay. So take me to a place that you have seen through your eyes for someone who's never left Mobile or never left where they're ever listening to us from. Tell us something where you've seen in your travels in your life, something special in your eyes.
I saw the actual pyramids in Egypt.
Nice. What was that like?
Crazy. I saw the pyramids. I saw the Sphinx. You know, the Sphinxes that they make. I saw all of that. I saw the actual desert. I was in the desert, the actual desert.
Was this when you was in the Navy?
In the Navy, yes. So I saw the pyramids, and what was so dynamic about the pyramids is the fact that true fact. The bricks that were on the pyramid, one boulder is probably the size of the average living room. So they didn't have yellow gear, so you wonder how they built them. That's why they wanted the wonders of the world, because they wonder how did you build them. Right. And here's a known fact. The bricks are so precisely placed together that you can't take a piece of paper and slide it between them.
Wow.
You can't even slide a piece of paper between the pyramid bricks. That's how sealed they are.
Wow.
So that was something I saw that was phenomenal.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You know, I was in London and I saw these Stonehenge.
Yeah, I think we talked about
those rocks.
That makes me want to go there.
It's fenced in now.
So you can't,
you can't get up. I sat on them.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you can't do that now but it's like you riding in this country land in England, just farmland, and all of a sudden you come up, you see the rocks,
right?
And you stop the car, get out, and take pictures right there.
So if you walk, Stonehenge is where like the rocks are placed on each other, right?
Yeah,
right. So if you stand on your feet next to one, how tall was it?
I would say roughly right here, like your table,
like to
right
hip, maybe a hip height.
Yeah, a little bit more. Like from standing vertically, they were taller than me.
Right.
But the horizontal was probably like maybe 2 or 3 feet.
But the vertical ones, how tall were they? Approximately,
maybe 5 to 6 feet.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And they were maybe
5 to 7 feet. Yeah.
So did a human do this? Did a human make Stonehenge?
This was back in the night King Arthur days.
Right.
Yeah.
So somebody designed it though. They placed the stones on top of them.
No, I don't think they actually placed it like that.
I wonder how that happened.
Yeah, it's a great history to it. But I just know I was there.
Wow. That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire, man. Wow. Hi. All right. Who will win in a loud voice contest between Stephen A. Smith and Pat McAfee? I don't like Pat McAfee.
I don't either. I'm going Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A. And I'm picking Stephen A. just for G because I don't like Pat. My mama don't like Pat McAfee.
If your mama don't like him,
and
then
she's 78. Shout out to mama.
Shout out to mama. Which WNBA player are you taking to your high school prom?
Oh. Angel Reese.
Angel Reese?
It's so many.
It's a lot.
You can't do that. You got to give me a pass you got to give me a pass pulling in a. You know what I'm saying? So give me 2, bro. Let me get them. So let me pick from Lisa Leslie in them days.
Oh man,
Lisa Leslie too tall, bruh.
Wrap them big legs around you.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with her though. Past Lisa in the past. But you give me your pass, and then we'll give our present together.
I'm going with Skylar Diggins.
See, I knew you was gonna pick one that I was gonna miss, dude.
She's strong. Great point guard. Great handles.
Carry the rock good.
Yeah, she can carry that rock. Pass the ball.
So look,
she's spinning all the way around. Dishing the rock.
Is she good in the paint or is she better from the arc?
She draining it, boy.
Draining?
Yeah, she draining it.
Okay.
She draining it.
So my the present one, a present NBA player. I'm going Angel Reese, bro.
Hey, I take her to the prom.
Who you got?
I told you Skylar Diggins, and then. Well, the number 2. What was the 2 pick in the WNBA? I'll take her.
Which one that who's
that was the number 2 pick?
That's why you're gonna take it.
Let's just move on to the next question.
Hold on, no, coach.
Let's just
wait a minute, coach.
Let's just move on to the next question.
All right, come on. Okay, come on. Okay. All right. Who would you hire as your accountant? Oh man, MC Hammer, Allen Iverson, Andre Rison, or Keith McCann. Dude, all of them suck.
I wouldn't let none of them touch my money.
None of them. Listen.
Do you remember that story about the on ESPN, the 30 for 30 on Keith McCants?
No. What
Keith
did they
McCants
say?
looked at the camera. He said, man, at one point, he said, I had 11 mortgages. He said,
What?
I ain't know who was in the houses.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Andre Rison told the dude, he said, they were driving and his agent said that would make a good daiquiri shop. He wrote him a check for 40 grand.
Right. I remember
And
that.
he said he never went back to see if it
Never
even opened.
Yep. $40,000.
And Hammer and Iverson just had too many people on their payroll.
Hey, they say MC Hammer water bill was $25,000 a month because he had the they say he said
Hammer was spending that money before he could get it. I ain't mad at him, man. Give Hammer a hand clap, man. I'm not mad at him, man. Spend that money, Hammer.
They say Hammer had a whole river run through his house, man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They say LA Water had water. He had a whole river going through his house, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, I'm crying, bro.
You know, I had a guy that used to drive down here, and his accountant, he told me that his accountant fired Allen Iverson because, and the reason why is because
his accountant?
They had the same accountant. The guy was
How
driving.
does the accountant fire Iverson?
Because as an accountant, think of it as an accountant, how would it look if a high profile client of yours went bankrupt on your watch?
Okay.
That doesn't look good on your watch.
Okay.
So if they're not going to listen to you and heed your advice,
You fire
them.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, but Allen Iverson acquired his services, though, right? Initially, as an accountant,
yeah.
right?
But the accountant has the right to.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I've never heard that the fact that somebody that hires you got the right to fire them.
Absolutely.
Because
the accountant, that's his client as well. Allen Iverson is his client.
But correct me if I'm wrong, Coach. But I'm saying initially
It goes both ways.
does okay. So when Iverson got his money, right? This is when he got his money, he hit hard. It's time to get an accountant. Iverson,
Secures the services of the accountant,
him, right? He reached out to this guy,
which then makes Allen Iverson the accountant's client.
right?
Which means you could be a good client or a bad client, and you relieve yourself of bad clients.
Can so lawyers basically he's a lawyer.
Who?
Lawyers can do that, right? Can lawyers fire their clients?
Sure.
Like if I acquire the services of a lawyer for whatever case, and then I'm like, I'm acting a fool doing it.
The lawyer can fire the client, and the client can fire the lawyer.
Wow.
Same as the accountant.
So they had to fire Allen Iverson
He fired Allen Iverson
because he was
going to go broke. He
was making bad choices.
He was making his payroll didn't add up to the income that it was coming in. Over $100,000 a month in payroll. You go broke. Go broke pretty quick.
Sheesh.
Yeah, man.
So did Allen Iverson ever bounce back financially?
I believe he did.
Because I think people helped him out.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, he had a deal with Reebok that he just kicked in.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Okay,
worth several million. So I think he's back
Good.
on. He's
That's
not
good.
where he was, but he's not.
That's
he
good.
could be broke.
Look, let me ask you this before we move off this subject. Why you think Mike Vick's name should have been up there? Or you just think his was just off the field trouble?
Well, there was never any known issue of Mike Vick losing a lot of money. To my knowledge,
he was paying for an entourage.
I'm sure
His cousins and his homeboys and the
you
crap.
could probably talk about half the NFL that's done that.
Right.
Yeah. But as long as you got something, he seems like he still has something.
These guys you got on here though,
Right.
I started laughing when I started naming the names, bro. It's obvious they all suck with money.
Yeah. Bad choices financially.
Wow. Hey, real quick, what was the name of the other quarterback that had the biggest bust? Ryan Leaf.
Ryan Leaf.
What happened to him?
I want to say he's out in Montana somewhere.
He never did.
He never did pan out.
Yikes.
Yeah, he never. He got into coaching. He wasn't in coaching. He was into coaching.
I think he had an alcohol problem. I think
He did, and alcohol and pills.
Was it?
Pills.
Probably pain pills.
Yeah, some opioids. Something. I don't know. I don't want to say what he did, but he had some sort of addiction to
Opioid
pills
addiction is big
and
in
alcohol
in sports because of the injuries and
you get hooked on taking that for pain to play. Brett Favre
admitted that he got hooked on.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I could see it because you trying to play and you know that you're replaceable. And so
you're doing whatever you gotta do.
You do what you have to do. Yeah. So I can see it. So let's we got a challenge.
All right.
This is a tongue twister.
Let me see if I can get this.
Remember our last podcast, we asked who would win a tongue twister. We asked Trish who would win a tongue twister contest between Shannon Sharp and Mike Tyson.
Right.
And she said Mike Tyson would win.
She did.
And
right.
So here's a tongue twister.
All right.
And you just have to repeat after me.
All right.
And we'll see how far you can go.
Hold on, let me get a sip of water, bro.
Okay.
Hold on.
So basically, I'll say one fat hen, and then you say one fat hen.
Okay.
Then I'll say couple of ducks.
All right.
And you'll say one fat hen, couple of ducks.
Okay.
See how that goes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you ready?
Gotcha.
Okay. One fat hen,
One fat hen.
couple of ducks.
One fat hen, couple of ducks.
3 black bears.
One fat hen, couple of ducks, 3 black bears.
4 fat, fickle females. Fiddling fudge. You want me to do it again?
4 fat, fickle females fiddling fudge.
That's correct, but you gotta start from the beginning.
Okay.
So I'll say it again. 4 fat, fickle females fiddling fudge.
All right. Now, 1. Remind me of what it was again. I forgot, dude. 1 what?
1 fat hen.
1 fat hen. 2
couple of ducks. 3 black
3
bears.
black bears.
4 fat, fickle females fiddling
fudge.
You ready for 5?
Yes.
5 simple Simons sitting on a stoop.
Dude, I can't remember all that. 1. I don't remember, dude. You got me.
So you got up to 4.
I got up to 4. Okay, that was
got
good.
up to 4.
I got one for you.
All right.
I'm going to say it first, and then you say it right after me. Mm-hmm. 1 smart fellow felt smart. 2 smart fellows felt smart. 3 smart fellows felt smart. 4 smart fellows felt smart, and they all felt smart together. One smart fellow felt smart.
One smart fellas felt smart.
2 smart fellow felt smart.
2 smart fellas felt smart.
3 smart
fellows smelled smart.
They smell smart. Get to 4. Do 4.
4 smart smellers smell. Oh no, that was a right.
One smart fellow felt smart. 2 smart fellows felt smart. 3 smart fellows felt smart. 4 smart fellows felt smart. And they all felt smart together. Dude.
1 fat hen, couple of ducks, 3 brown bears. Oh, 3 black bears. 4 fat, fickle females fiddling, filling fudge. 5 simple Simons sitting on a stoop. 6 Sinbad sailors sailing the 7 seas on a serpent. 7. Oh, wow.
Dude, I can't remember.
Oh, no, I got it wrong. 6 sensational Steeler Super Bowl Sundays. 7 Sinbad sailors, 7 to 7 seas on the serpent. 8 egotistical egoists echoing egotistical echoes. 9 new Neblons nibbling gnats, nuts, nicotine.
Come on.
10 I never was a fig plucker nor a fig plucker's son, but I'll pluck figs till the fig plucker comes.
Oh, that was hard.
Ooh,
Shout out, bro.
that's a lot of beer drinking that I
That
learned.
ain't no damn tongue twister. That's an encyclopedia, bro. Mine was a tongue twister.
Booyah.
That was good, bro. That was good. Episode number 3.
Life after the draft.
Life after the draft, man. It's been good. It's been your boy, Mr. You Better Live. We got the on the field coach.
Rest assured, this is Coach Boston. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go.
Shout out, and you got your boy, Mr. You Better Live, the off the field coach, aka Mr. Coach Reback, aka Mr. Football Know It All. This has been episode number 3. Appreciate y'all for pulling up with us. Yeah.
Peace.